Yo, what is up, guys? A big day today because we are travelling again. Me and the boys, Jezza and whoever else is coming, not sure yet. We're going to Oxford for the day. So, we're going to explore the city of Oxford. New place, never been there before, so yeah, let's see what it's like. Hopefully, people are nice. A new environment, new experience. Let's go check it out. It's going to be a fun day out. Always is a fun day out with us lads. So stay tuned. We'll be vlogging. So peace. Gonna go to Norwich, lads. Chris is still upset about Crystal Palace.
You're upset about Crystal Palace.
A bloody draw.
It's a bloody how does bloody VAR bloody costing?
That VAR's costing a lot of teams.
Bloody hell, I thought it was half foul. You fucking slipped over me.
Chambers has put his foot there like that.
No, he bloody tripped over and then he found. They thought he found someone.
Yeah. So we are officially in the train station. Any words? Any words? Very cold. Some very cold words today. Could be a good one. Very good one.
What might happen?
Which one of those dump walkers? I mean, that's quite soggy ground.
Oh, duck.
It's a very soggy ground. It's time to get off. You're getting him a good ramming with his tusks. Or whatever they're called.
Derby, next stop on this service will be Derby.
Ramming. Here we are officially in Derby. Where Jeremy got rammed up the arse and got a sore arsehole in the process. What are we doing? Was it very sore or very pleasant? Was it exciting?
Sorely missed, Andrew.
Oh god. Here we are officially in Derby. Well, make sure you don't get rammed as well.
Look at all these sheep.
It'll be very sore. Or you might enjoy it. It might just be a little tingle to you.
Well, at least over $1 million for the next this rider. I've been trying to get them to care about it because last year in Bruce have been stuck in a rut recently and I've not been doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out the water, I don't know.
Going for a quick piss in the toilet. And it's going to get rammed. Nah.
Are you videoing now, Andrew?
Nah.
Yeah?
No. Gonna turn it on in a bit.
Oh, you can turn it. Just turn the video around.
They show you videos and all that video, it'd be embarrassing because all the stuff he talks about. You're going to do all your videos of people getting rammed and all that. You ought to show all the kids out. Bloody
How about my wife's sense of humour? Because she ain't got one.
flying. Everyone to get ready. I need a lot more mic. Oh, that's better. We will be on in the news at 11 o'clock today. The PJ Masks are going to be here, flying over.
Alright, mate.
Brownie points. Want some brownie points? I know how you can earn some. You got to go and strip mannequin naked and put the dress on. Oh, well, fair enough. Then. You don't get no brownie points. You can earn some more brownie points. You can go to the ground and get rammed. And get tossed. Yeah, you've got to do the sport thing and get them to pull out. Pull out quick, not slow. It's dangerous. So here we are, we're finished in Derby. Now,
Chesterfield, Wakefield, Westgate, Leeds, York, Darlington, Durham, Newcastle,
that was the
and Edinburgh.
start of the programme. The ending of the programme. He got his revenge. We are officially on the train. He's got to deal with all the sex appeals. Oh, for God's sake, sit down, you bloody person. Otherwise I'll send a sheep to ram you.
Lads, I need substitution, mate. Dress belt for Andrew.
Right.
Substitution, please.
Right, who's going to come first, the sheep or Chris? Who's going to come first, Joe or She-Wolf? I don't know.
We're on about.
Just be careful that Rami don't come in your dreams. And he starts making him come first. Oh, he's on Twitter now.
There's your favourite player, Ronaldo.
Yep.
Boost in the 17th.
Much better than Messi.
How do you get a score?
The man.
What time did you go to sleep?
He's looking on the curtain now. He's trying to make that come first. Curtains don't come, you know. It can make you if you use it good enough. Top 11.
I'm ready for anyway the Champions League.
How many Champions Leagues have you won?
Where's this person?
One.
A couple of seasons back.
Oh, he's won his last couple of games. Let's get that one. He's won his last couple of games.
I've already.
On the train to Oxford, so officially using the toilet in the train toilets. We're in the cross country. It is great, first class seats, reserved. Can't get any better than that, baby. But yeah, we're gonna have a great day and we're gonna be vlogging it, so stay tuned. Jeremy's got sins coming out of his eyeballs. Chris has got loads of sins as well. How many sins have you confessed recently, Chris?
I don't know.
You confessed any comfortable ones? Or any good ones?
What's he saying, Andrew?
Not much. How many sins has Jeremy? confessed.
And it seems a shame.
No.
There you go.
Be careful when you reach over his lap,
Right, we're in the
Jasper.
public place, lads. Bloody hell.
You always repeat things, don't you?
You'll feel something bigger than the Eiffel Tower down there.
Yeah, bloody hell.
I mean,
Right.
yeah. I'm very kind. I'm very kind. The Blackpool Tower. They're mixed into one. Right, can you stop your feet in action, please? No, you can't. It might not be reserved for you. It'll be reserved for someone else.
Just have your nap until we get there.
Oh, for God's sake, you're going to make me sit next to a total bloody stranger.
You two fella.
And I'm going to get me. And I'm going to get
I've
me.
never been happy with it.
James, do a giant pee.
He's left me to get molested in my nightmares.
What?
What?
Nah, who's that?
If anyone comes to say this seat's taken,
Sit on the end of the sheet, mate. You sit on that, so you did.
otherwise I'm gonna get She-Wolf come and sit next to me, and he's gonna interrogate me in my sleep. He's gonna snog all my frustrations out. So here we are officially in Oxford.
Sightseeing tour. Straight on the side.
Can do if you want.
Sightseeing tour. Bloody hell. Bloody
You've
hell.
got a ball over there. You've got Jeremy being bowled over.
Nah, that's right.
He's in such a rush to get the food.
Oh yeah.
Already kind of
Here's Rami for Jeremy.
Right, bloody hell, I didn't even see that.
Have a photo with Rami.
This here will like go on day. Let's see reach to the top here.
What is it again, Jeremy? Yeah.
What? Look, there we go. Look. Up here. The Oxford biggest rivals are there.
Who's closest to Oxford, would you say?
They're the rivals.
Who's the rival?
Ready?
Reading.
Well,
It's a bit further south, really.
So they're the rivals in the champion. Wickham. there.
Here we go, the town centre anyway.
You're gonna get run over, you lot. Oh, fuck off. You've nearly killed Chris.
Did you make it?
No, he didn't make it. Oh, now you've murdered him. Rest in peace, Chris. Oh, he's here.
What are you doing? Did you get run over, Chris? You got running off. Do that.
Right, it's a red card for standing still.
What?
You're coming off, substitution.
Red card. You can't do substitution for red card.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for God's sake, I forgot. So when we are officially getting food, any words on food? Are you getting any food?
I've had my breakfast, mate.
I've had my breakfast as well.
I'll have a look.
We'll see what comes.
Bloody hell, these prices, eh?
Well,
I might just have a drink if they got it, I don't know. There's a drinks.
mercy drinks. There's beer if you want some beer.
No, I'm alright, just orange juice, mate.
What would you think would be nicest? Might go for the banana. Banana, pecan and maple syrup.
1 second.
It's on the boost section.
What? I'm on the bloody drink section.
Yeah, the boost section. He wants to have a booze
Right,
at nearly 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
people are trying to be civilised, eh?
Yeah. You're trying to have a booze.
No, I'm trying to have my orange juice. Right. Looks like people are trying to concentrate on their Oxford University degrees here, so
Yeah, they are.
they might need to calm it down.
Oh.
Get back in.
Alright.
Ridiculous. Yeah. I'd use an actual brick with a nice seat.
Yeah. A lot.
That's your hobby, mate, eating.
That's his hobby. Always has been.
Yeah.
in the ferry. Very nice.
He's getting ready to fill his face. No.
The black ice. I've not seen ice cream.
Yeah, I've seen it all.
He's gone for the pink.
Where we're off to this way.
Where we off to?
Rats.
Look, strangled them. And then gonna cook them.
Bloody hell, I wouldn't like either.
Well.
That goes into your bloody body.
1892.
Oh, wow.
Why did nobody eat?
Then you'll be eating rat crap and all that.
I don't know what they eat, but
You can eat vermins.
oh dear me. I'm alright, mate.
No, I don't.
Wow.
I love the cake.
They've got more to grab if you got fatness on you.
The ultimate of making them laugh.
Yeah, that's the thing, comedy, mate. That's
You
us.
make them laugh and you instantly.
Hey Jeremy, why don't you go and ask her if she wants to play Dominations? Ask her if she wants to play Dominations. You can be the side husband, Chris. She could be your side wife. Side wife. Diagonally.
Save his life, mate.
What's that, Chris?
Yeah, bloody hell.
Reason those there. You go down there, you've got your round two.
So this is just for records. And there's the name of the girl.
Oh, do we get
If he would be here maybe like 3 minutes before, all he needs is just the name, that would be Jeremy's name, 4 tickets.
Yeah.
That's all he asks for. If you set your eye on anything in here, you have 10% discount, just use the receipt. If you have any questions, please ask. You have like one.
This is just like a local library then. What? Why not allowed to talk?
No.
Why not?
Just whisper. Because it's a library.
No, not all libraries.
And people like to stay in peace.
Well, I didn't see a sign saying.
People like to be in peace.
Yeah, what would you
Religion. He can't help himself, can he?
There should be a sign saying it.
Wow. They don't always put signs up. People like exercise, so they ride the bikes.
Yeah, but it's like everywhere, mate. Bloody hell.
Yeah. That's because people are more active here. They like that exercise.
Bloody hell.
So if you don't be careful, you'll end up with a bike bell up your head.
Right. We get some photos on the album. Yeah, I'm just. Right, what we're doing now?
That's a secret, but that was a burden. Emma Watson. Emma Watson's been here.
Yes, you going that?
You have to pay to go.
Yeah, we'll have a look. Is it? Are we going on a route where we can look on the way back?
Like him identical, same bags and everything.
Same bag?
Yeah.
Sure, what Chris having a poo?
His twin was bloody holding up a cubicle.
Yes, everyone's cubicle, mate, not just yours.
Now you've got Chris's twin pissing and crapping out of both ends. Way forward. Trust me, she did have 9 lives though. It was one of them where we're going on the tour now, but yeah. She was one of them that thought this was a great way to die. We'll just flip and get squashed to death by traffic.
With a bloody bush through it, so that would have bloody squashed it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The bush would have killed her. She would have been like a pancake.
The university has developed a lot since then. It's made up of 38 separate independent colleges, and each college teaches all subjects. However, the 38 colleges work together as United Colleges of Oxford. Now, in the university, in other words, in 38 colleges, we have 24,000 students, and approximately half of those are known as undergraduates, which means they're here to do their first degree. So they're aged about 18 to 21. The other half are called postgraduates, which means they're here to do a second, third, or maybe even a fourth degree. And as a general rule, it isn't always true, undergraduates sleep inside the colleges, postgraduates sleep outside the colleges. We'll see some veterans later. 46% of the students are women, soon be 50%. It goes up about 1% each year. So we hope that in about 4 years' time we should have an equal number of male and female students. We're also a very international university. 140 countries from outside Britain send students to study here. Hello. No. They usually come as postgraduates from other countries because they do their first degree in the home country and come here to do a second or third degree. Now I have a list of those 140 countries in my pocket. When we get somewhere a bit quieter, if you come from a country outside Britain, I can tell you how many students come from your country. They are, of course, spread amongst 38 colleges, so college. So a large international university, we don't just do education, we also make cars here. The German manufacturer BMW has a factory here, and this is where we make Minis, Mini Coopers. Does everybody know what a Mini looks like? Small car, very good for shopping actually, because I think one right there.
Mini.
I didn't arrange but anyway, that's a Mini if you don't know what they look like. We make 1,000 Minis every day. That's one every 67 seconds. And they sell very well in India, China, Australia, and in America. So do education, make Minis. Well, where are we now? It's called Broad Street, broken up nice and wide. This was originally the town ditch. Because just behind the shops there was the north wall of old medieval Oxford. So this is where they used to throw a lot of rubbish. Well, they still throw rubbish here now, but it's come off a bit in the world. And on it we have one of the 38 colleges. This is called Balliol College. It's a large college that's outside the city walls. It goes from that tree over there on the right. That one on the left, north about. The new Empress of Japan, Empress Masako, a student here. Hello, two more. Hello, come and join us. Charles, just pointing out Balliol College. The new Empress of Japan, Empress Masako, was a student here, and her husband, the new Emperor, was at another college. Two Americans, Paul Sarbanes and George Stephanopoulos, students here, and quite a number of famous writers. The most famous probably is Graham Greene, the novelist, poet Robert Browning, historian Thomas Carlyle, and the Scottish economist Adam Smith, all students at Balliol College. You can visit this college afterwards, large, beautiful college. They do make a charge to go in. Now just, can you come out a little bit? Just to the right of that group standing there, you might just, oh, the bicycle's going over it. You might just be able to see there's a black cross with yellow tiles around it. Say the two men are standing in the row.
I can see it.
Because this was the town ditch, this is where executions took place during the Reformation period. If you're on the wrong side of the Roman Catholic Cross divide, something called heresy. Execution was by being burnt alive. Three very famous people were executed on that spot. In October 1555, the Bishop of London, the Bishop of Worcester, as Bishop Ridley Latimer, were executed where they're standing now. And 6 months later, our highest clergyman was called the Archbishop of Canterbury, Thomas Cranmer, again burned to death on that spot. On the day of Cranmer's execution, the front door of Balliol wasn't behind that white van. The wooden front doors were beside the fire. In fact, they were too close to the fire, and the wooden front doors were quite badly burnt. Balliol keeps its original burnt front doors to those events. I should say that all three heretics had been educated at Cambridge. Yes.
And a bus as well.
Yes.
144 Spanish.
144 Spanish students.
US. Yeah. Canada, Australia. Australia. Well, 6 of your prime ministers.
6
You're the 5th highest.
young prime ministers.
Australia students. Any others? France. 251 French.
251 prime
Any others?
ministers.
Last call.
How many are from the States?
Well, the States have the
France.
most, 1,736. Quite a lot of Americans come as what they call visiting students. So they come for just 1 year, study here, don't take an exam, and then go home. So America sent the most.
Wow.
Followed by China, then Germany, Canada, Australia, Singapore, students from Singapore, Italy, and then India. Hello, sir. You're on my list.
Yes, I was wondering.
No, fine, no problem. So I'm Charles. A very international university. Now, just behind you here is the 4th oldest college in Oxford, founded year 1340. 75 years old. But these walls are not. It was called the Ashmolean Museum. The Ashmolean Museum has now moved out to the west side of Oxford. So this is the Museum of the History of Science. It's a lovely museum. It's open every day except Mondays from 12 noon to 5 o'clock. Makes no charge. If you love old scientific instruments, microscopes, telescopes, astrolabes, it's a great place to visit. Along here, we have what's called the Emperor's Heads. And these are 20 Roman emperors, and they are boundary markers. They look out on the high street, on the public highway, but behind them is university property. And what happens, you notice that every emperor has a beard. But what happens is that when the students finish their exams at the end of June, they tend to drink a little bit too much alcohol, And the good people of Oxford arrived one morning to find that the students had put shaving foam on the emperor's beards. And they put lipstick on their lips, because that's the sort of thing the students do. Anyway, the emperors have been for every country in the world. And when people apply to Oxford, they don't apply to an individual college, they apply to a university. And they have to state which subject they wish to study. Applications are made in September or the first 2 weeks in October. When all the applications are in the middle of October, the university sends the applications out to the 38 colleges who have a look at them. If any college likes to look at an application, it calls the person to an interview. Now they have to have an interview because 7 people apply for every single place, so it's very competitive. If you apply from Britain or the European Union, you're normally expected to come and stay in the college which offers you an interview. Free accommodation, of course, for 2 or 3 nights. If you come from outside Britain or Europe, then normally the interview would be over the internet, because it wouldn't be very kind to ask somebody to come from, say, Australia and say, well, unfortunately, I'm going to make you an offer. Now, the interviews are held in December, the last 3 weeks before Christmas, and last December, the 38 colleges conducted 21,000 interviews, which made offers to 3,000 people. So that's why the success rate is 1 in 7. Assuming somebody has made an offer by a college, they nearly always accept. And if they're doing their first degree, they will arrive the first weekend in October. That's the start of the academic year. And if they're doing their first degree, they'll be allowed to stay inside the college. We're going to see some photos shortly.
You getting in, guys?
Oh, I'm doing a group one day. Yeah. So I might as well. I'm doing.
All right, folks, should we go around the lawn, please? New here. Now, this college was founded not by a bishop, actually, but by a wealthy couple who live in the southwest of England called Nicholas and Dorothy Wadham. And they're both very wealthy. And what they wanted was to found a college here in Oxford so that clever boys would come from the southwest of England, study here, return back to the southwest and improve the quality of life in the southwest. There's Nicholas Wadham, who died suddenly in 1609. He left all his money to his widow, Dorothy Wadham, who was already wealthy, so she was twice as wealthy. She wanted to carry out her husband's wishes, so she knew an architect she knew and used before, said, would you please design and build my college, my husband's college, and I will pay all the bills. And that's what happened. Began in 1610, it was built within 3 years. Hello, Alistair. Are you heading for the chapel? We'll go into the garden first. Okay, we'll do the chapel and then we'll swap. I'll be in the chapel very shortly. Okay. I'm studying history here at Wadham College. So I arrived here aged 18 and 19, the first weekend in October, start of this month. I was offered a bedroom, which I was very happy to take. Otherwise, I'd sleep outside the college. The bedrooms are very nice. They're cleaned every day. The beds are made every day. The mugs are washed every day. So they're very well looked after. And then, if I'm studying history, I go to the history department of the university, not this college. So the history faculty of the university is about 5 minutes walk towards the west, and that's where I have my history lectures for the 3 years that I'm here. It obviously has large lecture halls, and of course I get to meet my fellow historians of my year from the other 37 colleges. But in addition to that, I come back to Wadham College, where I meet with about 4 or 5 historians within this college. And each historian says to me, Charles, I want you to read these books, and I want you to write this essay, and then you and I get to meet for 1 hour, 2 weeks' time, to go over your essay. Its good and its bad points. There's no escaping writing the essay, because I've got a scheduled meeting to discuss it. At the end of that tutorial, I'm told the next books to read, the next essay to write, and I meet with that historian for 1 hour, 2 weeks later, and so on, until examinations in late May and June. And I'm not just doing this for one historian in Rodham, I'm doing it for about 4 or 5. So 2 types of education go on at the same time. Centralised teaching in the university history department, large lecture halls, one-to-one teaching within college. Well, you don't need much room for teaching one-to-one, so these colleges don't have lecture halls, they don't have science laboratories. Now, obviously, teaching for one-to-one is very expensive. These colleges are very rich.
Here's my whale friend.
Essentially, the statistics are that 93% of graduates of Oxford are either in full-time employment after they leave here, or they're in academic. Different subjects, you enter a different doorway. So if you take this doorway here, it says in Latin, Bodleian Library. Remember, Latin was the language of education in Europe for many centuries. Then it says School of Medicine. So if you're studying medicine 400 years ago, you go through that doorway. If you're studying science, you go to the School of Natural Philosophy. Science is a modern word, used to be called natural philosophy. Hard to see, that's the School of Music on the right-hand side. And the corner is my favourite, that's the School of Astronomy and Rhetoric. I don't know why astronomy and rhetoric go together. But just to the left is the School of Logic, they tell you why. To the left of the archway is Metaphysics, branch of philosophy. In the corner is Greek, Hebrew, Geometry and Mathematics, Grammar and History, Moral Philosophy. The corner over there is the School of Law, Jurisprudence. So as you can see, medicine was always very big, and law was always very big. And these were the subjects studied by those half of the students who weren't studying theology. The other half of students, poor, clever boys, sent here by their local bishop to study theology, go through that doorway there to the Divinity School. First library to have books on the ground floor. It helps to own a cat, actually. They're very good at dealing with the rats and these small things that run around and eat books. Anyway, they discovered the damp-proof books in 1750. By the way, this is Oxford's smallest college. It only has 100 members. The largest college has 900 students, but most colleges are somewhere between 400 and 700 students. Now here's one of my favourite colleges. This is Brasenose College, just over 500 years old. It was founded by the Bishop of Lincoln, and Lincoln's a major cathedral north of here. He built this college 500 years ago, was sending his clever boys to study here, hoping, of course, they would study theology in the Divinity School. And lots of famous people have been students at this college. The most famous at the moment is David Cameron, who was our Prime Minister until 2 years ago. And he's not the only Prime Minister to come from Oxford. In fact, 28 British Prime Ministers have been students here. That includes Margaret Thatcher, Tony Blair, Theresa May, now Boris Johnson. I was saying to one of you earlier, 1 out of every 2 British Prime Ministers is an Oxford graduate, and 1 out of every 4 comes from Cambridge. So 3 out of every 4 British Prime Ministers comes from either Oxford or Cambridge. Also here was Malcolm Turnbull, until recently Prime Minister of Australia. 6 Australian Prime Ministers have been students here. Also Lawrence Washington, George Washington, great classic features in Oxford College. That's say you have good wooden doors behind you for the curfew in past centuries. The porters lodged through there to help students with practical problems. Big stone tower above you. Sharp right is the college chapel. Right again in the far corner with all those climbing plants. The head of the college and his family live there. Directly opposite, 2 climbing roses. College behind it. There's 2 reasons for that. First of all, when it rains, then the rain doesn't fall from the higher floors to the lower floors. But also in past centuries, taxes were based on the floor area at the bottom. So buildings in those days would be small at the bottom and got bigger and bigger as they went up. It's a form of tax avoidance. Anyway, it's a rare survivor of the 1380s. And now this tower behind you is the oldest building in Oxford. It's nearly 1,000 years old. This was an entrance tower for the north entrance of Oxford, and it used to guard the north entrance. But for many centuries, it was a prison, and nobody ever escaped from that prison. It's now a place where you buy a ticket again, go to the top of the tower. So if in your country, if you have any prisoners who keep escaping prison, send them to us, we'll lock them up in that tower, and believe me, they'll never escape, because none of them ever did. It's our main shopping area, by the way. No buses or cars or trams.